Today, I'm going to share with you 7 ways that you can go ahead and motivate yourself even on days where you don't feel like streaming or creating content. This is something that so many streamers challenge with. That's why you see so many streamers that start, they go strong, and then they just fall off. And if you've ever been in that position where you're motivated to stream, to create content, but then there's moments where life just gets in the way, things get around from you, and you're just not motivated to create content or stream, and then you take one day off and it leads to 2 days, and then it leads to a month, 3-4 months, and then you're always on this journey of going, starting and stopping, and you never actually see full results. So today I'm going to share with you 7 things that I do personally to be able to keep pushing myself through when those thoughts of non-motivation start coming in my mind. So the number one is to go ahead and have a strong why. And when I say why, it means to have, what is your purpose, right? What is the reason why you're streaming? What is the reason why you're creating content? It's so important that you come back to that part of understanding, like, why am I doing this? So one thing that reminds me every single day when I'm starting to stream or create content is that I'm not showing up for myself. I'm showing up for the people that I'm going to be able to inspire, to be able to educate, and to be able to entertain, right? I truly live stream and create content to be able to change the lives of others. So you got to figure out what that is for you. Are you trying to educate people on mental health? Are you trying to share people about the pains that you have? So you got to take yourself out of it and realize that you're doing this to serve others. So that's super important. If you don't have that why or that purpose of why you're doing this, it's going to be real easy for you not to want to push through. Are you doing this for your family? Are you doing this to be able to prove to yourself that you're capable of doing it? You have to establish what that purpose is and what that reason is. So that way, in those moments when you feel down, when you don't feel like pushing through or getting in there, you can go back and remind yourself why you started in the first place. The second thing that I recommend is that you need to have a routine. This is super important to be able to go ahead and beat motivation. Why? Because motivation doesn't last. That's why it's required daily, right? So you need to have a routine in place that's going to allow you to say, you know what, even when the days I don't feel like doing this, I know that I have this routine that I can follow through. Every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I have specific days knowing that on that day, this is what my focus needs to be. And I know that I need to push through that and be able to execute on it. Because at the end of the day, if you already know kind of what your plan is for the next day or for the next week, or like what day it is that you live stream or what day it is that you create content, you can mentally prepare yourself to be able to do that, right? So that's super important to be able to have a routine. Whatever that routine looks like for you, whether it be 30 minutes to sit down and stream, an hour, you have to create a routine that you're going to dedicate to your content creation and to your streaming and try to stick to it as much as possible. Now, number 3 is that you have to capitalize on your strong days. This is super important because there's going to be days that you're more motivated than you're not. So on the days that you're motivated and you're eager to stream and you're excited to stream and you're excited to create content, go all in, right? Don't just make one piece of content. Make 2 or 3 or 4 pieces of content, right? Stream and get excited, right? When you have your energies high and you're interested in wanting to go ahead and get through the process of like, I need to stream, I need to create content to be able to grow my brand, to get people to find me. And today I just feel it. I woke up good. I slept good. I'm energetic. So take advantage of that energy and create content, whatever that may be and whatever that looks like for your stream and what it is you're trying to do. Now, this is tip number 5, which comes into beat discipline, right? You need to have discipline because discipline is going to beat motivation all day long. The reason why people are successful is not because they're motivated, it's because they have the discipline to be able to do what it is that they need to do, even when they don't have the motivation. I have multiple days where I don't feel like doing something. I don't feel like getting on and recording a video. I don't feel like getting on a call or having a meeting. But at the end of the day, I have the discipline to know that, hey, if I create this video, if I have this meeting, if I live stream, it's going to bring me a little bit closer to my goal, right? And then once you're in it, once you're doing it, you typically lose that fear of like, or that feeling of like, oh, I don't want to do this, because when I don't feel like recording a video, the minute I start recording a video, that feeling is gone and I'm locked in and I just keep going. So you need to have that discipline to be able to understand that, like, you need to do it regardless if you're not motivated, right? If you go to the gym and you work out, right, you may not feel like working out, but you go and work out because you know the benefits that it has on you. So it's the same thing when you're talking about streaming and content creation. You may not feel like streaming. You may not feel like creating content. And of course, listen to your body, listen to yourself, right? Don't burn out. But at the end of the day, like if you're going to stream, you're going to be making content. If you're going to create content, because these are the things that are going to help you grow and get people to find you. Remember, I always say this over and over again. Your growth happens when you're offline, not when you're online, right? And then again, this is tip number 6, is to be in part of a community. Join a community and surround yourself with people that are also going to be able to motivate you. Why? Because think about this, right? I may not be motivated today, but somebody in my community is motivated and it just gets me hyped. Like, wow, they just did that. Now I'm going to go and do that. So you want to surround yourself with people that are also motivated and inspired, that are streamers and are content creators, because on the days that you feel low, somebody else is going to bring you up. On the days that you feel up, you're going to bring somebody else up. So this is super, super important. And this is what I want to build inside of our Discord community. So if you're not a part of our Discord community, go ahead into the description of the video and join the Discord community. And it's just an amazing place to be able to surround yourself with people who are positive and people who are trying to grow and reach that next level. And I tell you over and over again, this is something that I learned early on. Surround yourself with other people. Surround your people who are going to push you to be better, right? Who's that for me day in and day out? Shauna, right? The days that I feel down, she pushes me through. You got this. Do it. You can do it. Come on. Just get out your mind. You got this. Keep pushing forward. And sometimes you need that, because being in this space, being an entrepreneur, being a streamer, being a content creator, sometimes it can be lonely because the people in your circle, like your family, may not understand what it is you're trying to do. They don't understand what you're trying to accomplish. So when you feel like you're an outcast in your family because people don't understand that, hey, streaming and gaming and creating content can be something I can do full time, some people don't believe it, right? So you got to put yourself around other people that do believe that can push you through, because when other people share the wins that they're having, you can get motivated and inspired to say, wow, they're doing that, and here I am sitting down, complaining, and not wanting to do it. Let me just get up and push through that. So it's super important to surround yourself around a community that's going to push you and elevate you up into the sky. And then lastly, number 7, you have to love what it is that you do. I think this is super important, that you have to love it. You have to love the process. You have to love the journey that you're on and the person you're becoming with creating this content, with streaming. And you got to stop attaching numbers to what it is that you're doing, right? It's super important to look at the data and to understand, like, is my content growing? Is my viewership growing? Cool. But if you're only doing it to get more viewers, to make more money, and just to get more exposure, then it's like you're not going to be inspired to kind of do it when it doesn't matter, right? Multiple times, I'm just creating content. Why? Because I know that I'm trying to inspire and educate someone. So if I post a piece of content and only gets 100 views, I don't say, oh man, all my other posts got like 3,000. Why did that one get 100? No, I just keep moving. I keep going. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's not about the individual numbers. It's about me making sure that I'm out there every single day, delivering my message, putting out my content. Why? Because every piece of content that I create helps me get a little bit closer to my goal. Every single viewer that I get is one more viewer than I had yesterday. It doesn't matter how many people see your content. You just got to become better at creating the content in daily practice, weekly practice of you creating content, of you streaming. You're going to get better. You're going to improve, and you're going to see an increase in what it is. It's not a one individual piece of content. It's, are you consistently creating and consistently streaming, that when the opportunity rises, that one of your pieces of content blows up or somebody finds you and they blow you up, are you prepared? Are you prepared? Right? So it's very important that you love the process of learning what it is to be a streamer, of learning what it is to create content, of understanding how to utilize the social media platforms to be able to get yourself exposure, to get comfortable talking about what it is that you want to share. Because I say it over and over again, your purpose is found through the pain points and the challenges that you've gone through your life. You just want to help somebody else. Always think about your content. How can I create content that's going to help me 5 years ago, right? And that's what I constantly think about. If 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, what is the content that I needed at that time? What was things that I was struggling with that time? And motivation, discipline, consistency was something that I struggled with consistently. So this is why I want to create this video, to be able to motivate you to know that, like, you're not alone, right? Consistency and motivation, they go down. So you have to have discipline and have a strong purpose and understand what it is you're trying to accomplish, and then have the right circle around you that's going to push you up. So again, join the Discord community if you haven't already. But at the end of the day, it's super, super important that you understand these things to stay motivated. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and watch this video right here, where I show you exactly what you need to do before you go live. and after you go live. This is an amazing series that's teaching you how to be a better streamer. So go ahead and check out these series right here. It's going to be several videos that you're going to love. It's going to help you become a better creator.